What up, guys? Yeah, today we've got another Michelada review. This time it's going to be Modelo Chelada Lime and Salt. Gonna get right into this. It's got a nice green, almost makes it look like a lemon lime. It's like Modelo did Sprite kind of thing. It sounds pretty refreshing. It looks pretty refreshing, but does it taste pretty refreshing? Ooh. But the last, it didn't even dawn on me until just now. That is not the color of a Michelada that you'd expect. It looks a little bit more like almost a shandy almost, with zero head on it. So, yeah, it didn't even I forgot I was pouring a Michelada until it's like, wait a minute, this isn't red. What's going on here? So, yeah. Maybe this one doesn't even have any tomato in it. I don't know. We will see. This has got... I hate when they print silver on silver. You can't read a damn thing on it. I'm trying to see if it says alcohol content. Oh, this is 3.5% ABV, so, you're kind of your basic Michelada. But all right, let's get into this review and get into the smell here. It smells like you're... At first, you have kind of like that, not super high-end lager smell, but it's there might be a lingering of that kind of skunkiness, but there's not too much. But you really do get a shandy aroma to this. You smell the lime, you smell the salt. It's much more prominent than any of the other Cheladas, Micheladas, whatever that I've had. So this is just like poof. This is right there. It really does smell like Modelo does a shandy. I don't know how else to put it. It's if you made a shandy with Modelo, this is what this smells like. So hopefully that gives you kind of an idea. I think if you've had any kind of shandy before, you should at least kind of know what I'm talking about. But, it's not tomatoey. I was expecting tomato just because, it doesn't say anything about tomato in here, but limon and salt. Yeah. So I could be very, very surprised, but I think it smells pretty good. Again, like a Mexican shandy. So I'm going to recommend on that. And all right, let's get into the taste. Yeah. It very much tastes like a shandy. It's a little more sour. It almost has a bit of a sour beer element. So if you're a fan of a sour, I think you might like this. You definitely get some salt right in the tip of your tongue. And then, so salt right in the tip, a little sour kind of moving back, and then you get the rest of the beer as it moves back in your mouth. There's definitely that tartness kind of thing that you get on the top of your tongue. I don't mind it at all. This is pretty refreshing. I'm gonna admit, it might be a little too tart for me. It might be a little over the top tart. Sorry, I had popcorn earlier. I think how you get those like this, the skin or whatever stuck in your teeth. I just figured out that I had one. Wow. Now I'm just gonna be licking my face the whole time. But yeah, it's almost a little too tart for me. There's a little... Alright, I got it. It's almost a little too tart for me. But it's not like overpoweringly like sour, but there was definitely a sour element to it. So if you like sour beers, You're probably gonna like this. If you're going for a michelada that is tomato based, this is obviously not it. There is not an ounce of tomato in here. So that's what I was assuming I was going to be getting. But I think it'd be interesting if they did like some A/B testing. If they called it like a chelada and then you made the same one and you called it a shandy. See how it sells depending on where it's sold at. But this is definitely just basically a Modelo shandy. You don't get a ton of the beer taste. This is definitely a not much taste at all. Which, depending on your opinion on Modelo, that might not be terrible, but it's this is definitely something that you just kind of lounge by the pool with. An all-day drinker, since the alcohol is low, there's definitely a sweet, sugary taste to it. I'm kind of wondering how much sugar is in this thing. I have no idea. But I am very surprised with what it is. This was not what I was expecting, but I will say pleasantly surprised because, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't really in a mood for a tomato drink at this particular moment of time. It's about 11 p.m. right now. Just wasn't really feeling like it. This is actually pretty good. It's hot outside. This is a great thirst quencher, and I'm gonna recommend it on taste. Very interesting, very good, I think. Unless you want the more of a pronounced beer taste, then it might not be for you. But all right, next category is value price. You know me, Mexican beers are some of the best value. I mean, bang for your buck value wise, and this is no different. I mean, you're gonna pay about $2 for this thing. You know, it's 24 ounces, yeah. So, I mean, come on, you're getting 24 ounces for like $2. That's hard to beat. So I will recommend value for price. Yes. All right, next category is distinction. How distinct is it? And I mean, this was not what I was expecting at all. Not even close. I mean, naturally, you're expecting the citrus and the salt taste. Naturally, it's almost also like if you did a margarita, but you didn't use tequila. You used Modelo beer. That might be a little more of an aptly comparison than a shandy, because it definitely is a little more salty and a little more soury than your average shandy. But I mean, if you're feeling like a margarita shandy, how does that? Now there's some marketing for there. I don't know why they need to jump on that right now. Margarita shandy, come on, man. That's $1 billion idea. Modelo, I want some residual kickback, money wise. So if I see that on television, I know where this came from. But distinction. It's not like what I was expecting at all. So FYI, if you're picking this up, no tomato at all. But I like it. I think it's definitely distinct. It's definitely distinct if you compare it to a shandy or to a margarita or to a michelada. It's definitely different. So I'm going to recommend it on that. All right, next category is drinkability. And yes, you can crush this can in like 5 seconds. It's the level of sourness might make it almost a little tricky. That's probably the one part that make it a little trickier to just crush it super fast. But other than that, it shouldn't be a problem. This is definitely an outdoor summery drinkable thing when you just want to lounge around in your little floaty thing on the pool and just drink it away. Definitely this. So I'm gonna recommend it for this. And I will be buying the next category as well. Buy it again. I think so. It's not one of those beers that you're just gonna drink to get a little buzz going. The alcohol content is just too low. Other than that, I mean, it's just refreshing. It is like surprisingly refreshing. I was not expecting it. It's a great option. I think it fits in nicely. You know, up until this point, my favorite michelada kind of thing was the Soul one. I think that's, if we're going tomato base only for a can, that's still my favorite. This is totally different. This is comparing lemons and tomatoes. Totally different, or limes and tomatoes, I should say. But it's very refreshing. It's definitely a nice summertime beer. It's not something you gotta drink and like think about. You just gotta open it, drink it, be like, this is pretty good. Dip your toes into the sand or the water or whatever, you know. If you're, you know, kind of on a pontoon, you're just hanging out, whatever, you know, doing whatever. This is a great hot day beverage to drink. So yes, I will buy it again, and unexpectedly, I recommended it on all of them, so this will get the Two Dudes official stamp of approval. This is kind of came out of left field. I was not I thought maybe it'd be all right, but was not expecting it to be like this, and I wasn't expecting it to be this refreshing. So all in all, I think it's a very, very refreshing thing to get. And I mean, what can you lose? It's $2. So I say go to the store, pick it up, try it out. I think you'll probably like it. It's a nice thing. I guess, I mean, it's great for tacos, really spicy chicken wings, any kind of spicy food. This would be just a nice thing to get. But anyways, that is my review of the Modelo Chelada Limon y Sal. What do you think? If you had it before, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. Were you expecting a tomato base, or were you smarter than I am and realized that, nah, this is definitely just gonna be non-tomato? But yeah, let me know all that good stuff in the comments. And so for myself and Modelo Chelada Limon y Sal, take it easy.